Hey everybody, it's Nate with Sauce Ain't the Boss here again, and today is day number 165 of quitting alcohol. Right now I'm up in Salem, Oregon. My son just finished competing in a jiu-jitsu tournament and actually took first place in his division. I'm real proud of him, did an awesome job. And he got 3 submissions on the guys that he was going up against and ended up getting the gold medal. So good for him. His goal is to be the best at jiu-jitsu in the world, and I'm thinking he's heading in that direction for sure. So I'm really proud of him. I'm just sitting in the car here. He's finishing watching some other teammates compete, and so I figured I'd come out here and do a quick video. We had a nice 3.5 hour drive on the way up here today, and then when he gets back in here, we'll grab some lunch and then take the 3.5 hour trip back. So I figured it'd be a good time to do a video now instead of later. Today I just wanted to talk about the little voices in your head that tell you to go back to alcohol. It always seems like there's just these, maybe we call them thoughts or voices in your head that might say things to you like, oh, you deserve to drink, or, one drink won't hurt. You've been away from alcohol X amount of time and you can control your drinking now, or you can moderate your drinking, And I've learned from experience every time in the past that I gave into that voice, I would end up going back to drinking full bore and never could moderate, never could control it, And so, you're not alone in having those thoughts that pop in. I mean, even as far along as I am now, 165 days in, which I guess relatively isn't that long of a time considering I spent over 2 decades drinking. But, I'll get thoughts that say, oh, after a year, you can go back to drinking or whatever. You can moderate it then. And I know it's all lies. And we have to acknowledge and see those thoughts and those voices, whatever you want to call them, for what they are. They're just coming from the wrong place. And it's really interesting, if you ask yourself, where are those thoughts or voices coming from? Obviously, you started this journey of quitting alcohol because it was causing you misery in your life, and it had gotten to a place where it was doing more bad than good for you. And so why would these thoughts pop in there? Where are they coming from? And sometimes why do we listen to them? And they could be all kinds of different thoughts. Sometimes when I would get into a tiff with a family member or something, maybe your significant other, you kind of get frustrated and, well, I'm just going to drink because you just want to just drown out whatever it is that, you're dealing with that fight or whatever you want to call something like that, and, or you have a really bad day at work and you have a lot of stress and you say to yourself, I can't take any more alcohol, help knock the edge of this off. And, or you're super bored and you want to escape from that boredom you're feeling. And it's just a really interesting thing to think about, where these thoughts are coming from. To be honest with you, I look at it as it's coming from an evil place because, nothing really good ends up coming from drinking. Hence why I'm making this video and maybe why you're watching it. If alcohol was really great for us or doing us good things in our life, I wouldn't be sitting here today doing this video and you wouldn't be watching it, right? I mean, that's kind of the gist of it. So don't feel alone when you get those thoughts or those little voices, and just see them for what they are. See them as, I look at it as like the enemy, so to speak, that's trying to bring me down, that's trying to ruin all the good things that I've built in my life now away from the alcohol. It's just, you got to look at it as just your enemy in life. Whoever that is or whatever that is that's saying those words in your head or popping those thoughts in there, that's not really you. The real you is the one that decided to quit drinking alcohol or are thinking about it because that's what's right for your life and the right thing to do. And I'm a firm believer in good and evil. I think we know deep down that alcohol is a poison and it has negative impacts on us, the people around us. Yet this voice keeps telling you to drink it, or these thoughts, and again, you're not alone in those. All of us drinkers, I think, get those when we're, walking away from alcohol. And just something I was thinking about today, they pop in my head too. Don't think that, even me being, 165 days in, you talk to people that have been, maybe a decade in, sometimes the thought of drinking still pops in their head. So it's just something that is, and you got to just learn to navigate and deal with and see it for what it is, and turn those thoughts and those voices off immediately. It's like I've talked about so many times that we have control of our mind. Our mind isn't in control of us. We can decide if we're going to get up and do something to shake those thoughts or those little voices, or if we're going to entertain the idea or immediately shut it down and go, where is this coming from? This is ridiculous, and just move on with, enjoying our day that we're blessed with. Every day I wake up now away from alcohol. I was thinking about it this morning, that it's just such a blessing and a gift being able to come up here with my son to this tournament and watch him compete, and just waking up each day now. And I was telling my wife before I left, I said, what's really nice about not drinking anymore? If I was drinking and I was taking my son up here to this tournament, I would have been worried the night before, how much can I drink without getting hungover? Because I don't want to be hungover on the drive up. What time am I going to get back home? So I can drink that evening. And just I would have just been revolving even something that was, a special opportunity with my son around the thoughts of alcohol and how I can drink before and after, his tournament. It's really kind of sad. And it's so freeing though now, and joyous to not have to worry about that kind of crap. So anytime, I get these little voices or these little thoughts, I think about all the good things that have just flourished in my life now since I quit drinking alcohol. And it definitely, it's not even a comparison that this life is so much better than the alcohol life. And I just see those thoughts and voices for what they are, just a bunch of lies that are coming from the dark place that's not going to do me any good if I listen to them whatsoever. And so as soon as they pop in there, boom, shut them down and move on with your day, and be appreciative and thankful of the fact that you're not drinking anymore, and all the positive benefits that are happening in your life and are going to continue to happen from not drinking that alcohol. So, that voice can go to hell as far as I'm concerned, where it belongs. So that's it for today, guys. If you guys are getting anything out of these videos, please give them a like, subscribe to the channel if you can, and most importantly, remember, sauce ain't the boss. You are. You guys have a great day.